You know, there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
I've seen the world, done it all.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Romi and Rose show. I'm without my Rose, my other half right now. She is driving in amazing LA traffic because Obama is here, so thank you all for waiting. I'm going to start the show off a little bit differently today. I'm going to start with interviewing my guest, and then Rose is going to come in for all the Amanda Bynes and Kardashian gossip that we have for you. So I'm just going to start by introducing my lovely and amazing football husband, everything that he has to offer, Eric Barton. You want to come on in? Just put your headphones on. It's the first time that we've had a football player in the studio and on our show. This is a little bit different. We've had musicians, actors. You're the first. Welcome. Just speaking to here.
It's awesome to be here.
Thank you for coming. The funny thing is, are you falling apart on me?
Yeah, already.
Eric actually came into my store and was trying on clothes one day, and I started dressing him and everything at Moods in Norway. I had no idea that you were a football player until later. Just surprised me completely. And I work in LA where there's celebrities everywhere. This was probably the most starstruck that I got, though. You realize, because I see celebrities all the time, but you never have a football player come in and want to try on clothes.
Yeah, well,
just wandered in one day.
It's a great store, and I like to try to be under the radar a little bit. I never
You're
really
under the
need
radar.
People to notice
know who
me.
you are.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I was like,
good.
I'm buying the largest sizes for this guy. Why is it? I have to order special sizes for him. I'm like, who is this football player? Anyways, you have an amazing story. I've kind of gotten to ask you a few questions and getting to know a little bit about you. And you could write a book. You should write a movie.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
It's been a pretty awesome 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I now have 3 lovely mothers.
Mm-hmm.
3 awesome dads.
I'm gonna assume that one of these mothers is your wife's mom.
Yes.
Okay, so just to kind of let everybody know, you played football.
Yes,
and
I did.
you played for, here's my research, Oakland Raiders.
Yes.
Okay, New York Jets.
Yes.
And the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
Okay, you're very young, like most football players though, and you're retired and living an amazing life.
I'm trying to.
I mean, when I asked what you did and you said retired, I'm like, only a football player can say that at this age. But you also were telling me that you recently found your birth mother. You were adopted.
Yes. Within my last year of playing, I found my birth mother.
Did you reach out? Was it something that you were searching for?
Well, it's a long process,
story, yeah.
And doing a physical, they were asking questions like,
right.
Do you have diabetes in your family?
And you didn't know, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't really know.
I don't really know what I have. I don't know where anything comes from.
So then I found my birth mother,
mm-hmm.
and I found my 3 little brothers,
mm-hmm.
one of them which plays for the Giants.
Yeah, I found that out. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, same position.
You guys had no idea?
Weird. No.
That story to me, that's a movie. Like, you're both, he's adopted as well,
no.
Or he's with your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were adopted. He's grown up with your family, with your mom and your father, his family.
Yes.
And then you guys, through doing the research, found each other and realized that you guys were brothers?
Yeah.
Was your mom just
eerie.
like, I had 2 football players?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
My other younger brother also played football in college at North Carolina. My birth father was a professional football player as well.
It's like runs in the blood. I mean, it has to.
Apparently.
Like, this is like, that's insane that all of you guys, and you didn't even know, you had no idea.
No clue.
Your family that raised you, though, they're still obviously your parents.
Those are my parents,
that's your family.
And I love them to death. And
did they get you into football?
They never pushed me anything, but they would ask, like, hey, do you want to go try
I mean, if I was looking at
team?
you and you're my kid, I'd be like, let's play football. Let's take you to football practice.
Well, it's funny, as I was growing up as a kid, I would go through the grocery line, and
mm-hmm.
people would be like, you're going to play football when you grow up. I'm like, no, I'm not. Nope. I'm going to be an architect. And they're like, no, you're not.
Well, you went to college for what, criminal justice?
Yeah.
And what happened with that? Football was just better?
It's a higher paying job.
There you go. Yeah, I think you're doing okay. So I know that there's an organization, Sewing Roots. Is that
Yes.
it? That you worked with to find your birth mom?
No. We are on the
Explain.
board of that. My wife and I are on the board of
His
Sewing
beautiful
Roots.
wife is sitting in the studio too, and she's the sweetest thing and gorgeous, sitting right over here.
We
There's a clapping for you.
No. We it's a funny story. This show will be like 3 hours if I go through all this.
Give me the shorter stuff.
Sonia's best friend Blair is adopting a kid from Congo.
Okay.
Her child was in an orphanage where Nate and Jen, the founders of Sewing Roots,
Okay.
their kid is still there.
Okay.
So they're adopting a kid. We met them through Blair.
Okay.
And the organization is all about like getting children
Adopted.
Yeah, getting children with parents. Because I mean,
Okay.
there's
So
all
you would,
these.
just so I can explain it to people who might be confused, like Sewing Roots is the place where the kids are there, and the people that are working with Sewing Roots are helping them find homes.
No. We're
Okay.
helping people that can't afford
Okay.
to adopt a kid.
Got
Is
you.
the
Okay.
Basic way to say
That's
it.
a basic way to. I just
Yeah.
want people to really
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
what it is. So for families that maybe don't have that money but want to have a family.
It's an expensive thing. I never
It's
would think about that.
Well, I mean, being as involved as I was with the LGBT community, I was raised with two moms as well. But a
Yeah.
lot of women or same-sex couples as well were trying to adopt families, and it's not something that's
No, it's hard.
easy if
Yeah.
you want to start a family.
Yeah, it's a hard thing
It's
to
an
do.
expensive thing.
And we're just trying to like make it as easy as possible.
Is that? I mean, how easy is that?
Well,
How easy is the process of making it easy for people?
they apply for grants,
Mm-hmm.
and if we see them suitable,
Mm-hmm.
we will do our best to help them
Find a family and be able to get a
international
kid.
or overseas or wherever to get a kid.
So since you are no longer playing football
Mhm.
and you're now married and you're retired, this is kind of what you're focusing on? Is this your
That and surfing.
so families and surfing. Are you going to start a family of your own?
Hopefully one day.
Is Sonia sitting over here pregnant?
No. I wish.
Okay, so you do want a family.
Yes, we do.
And you're going to have your own children, or you're going to adopt?
Maybe both. Who
Maybe
knows?
both.
Wherever the Lord takes us.
There you go. I mean, it changed your life. It gave you an incredible life. I'm sure you're
Yeah.
very grateful to the parents
I'm so
that
happy.
raised you.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters from
No, I was the only child.
just you?
Yep. And then I
So
got 1,
they
2,
struck
3,
gold.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Pretty
8
much.
kids. Or not kids, but
8.
brothers and sisters. Well,
Through your real
including
mom.
my
Okay, so let's
including
clear
my-
this up for everybody. Eric has his birth mom, okay, who has brothers and sisters who are yours.
Yeah.
Then your adopted mother, who's your mother,
Yes.
who just chose you.
Just me.
Which, why would she choose anyone else? And then
Yeah,
now you
duh.
have Sonia's family, who you have her brothers, and does she have a large family?
She has a sister and a brother.
Okay, so now you all get together for holidays?
Yes.
Everybody. What is
Oh
your...
no, not everybody. Just, we do like her
Separate.
family, my family.
Did you ever
like, one
see
or other.
Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn? It's similar to that, where you're visiting all the crazy families.
Yeah.
But what I'm assuming is your family that raised you, they're okay with you being in touch with your birth family and your mom,
Yes, they are.
and they support
yes.
that's now.
My birth mother and my mother
Mhm.
met for the first time on our wedding day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, wedding days are already full of tears. I can only
Oh.
imagine everybody at this wedding just bawling. Was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was the most
it was
emotional wedding ever.
It was a thing of like literally my mom during the mother and son dance
I have chills just thinking about it.
invited my birth mom to come dance
Oh,
with
okay.
us. Yeah, it was a lot.
Stop.
I mean, which is one of the strongest thing I've ever seen a woman
Absolutely.
do.
Well, your mother is very strong for raising you
Yeah.
and then being so open and inviting her into that and making that a part
Yeah,
of the
it
family.
was
That
awesome.
that takes
It really
a very
was.
strong, secure
Yeah.
woman.
And that's obviously why we feel so strongly about adoption and how we got involved with Sewing Roots. Just
How
'cause,
long
like,
have you been involved with Sewing Roots?
It's only about 5 months old.
5. Oh, so the entire thing is 5 months
Yeah,
old.
we had our first opening fundraiser in Tacoma, Washington.
Nice. Where can
Uh,
people go? Is there a website?
Yeah, sewingroots.org. You can go
Sewingroots.org.
and check it out and
Is
see
there a
what it's all
Twitter?
about. There's a Twitter and
Sewing
a
Roots?
Facebook.
All Sewing Roots.
Yes, my lovely Wife is head of that.
Okay. Nice. So everyone can go on Facebook. It's Sewing Roots, and then website sewingroots.org, and Twitter Sewing Roots.
At Sewing Roots, yes.
And then your Twitter is Eric.
At Eric Barton 50.
50.
Yes.
Okay, was that your number?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I kind of put that
You're
together.
so football.
I'm so good, right? I have this. I was asking questions. I'm like, so he's the linebacker, and he was like, yeah. So he tackles the quarterback, and I was like, okay, they're enemies. I was like, just putting it all together, and I'm like, all I know is Patriots in my home, but I managed to get it together.
Hate them.
You can't tell my stepdad that he's from Boston.
Well, sorry.
I know. If you buy him a Patriots like just plate for Christmas, it's the best. I mean, the eyes, like all you have, just as long as the colors are Patriot colors,
Yeah,
it's like how could they?
Have great fans.
Huge fans.
But they cheated us out of a Super Bowl, so I don't
There
really
you go.
like them.
There you go. And are you and your brother very close? I mean, he's currently still playing for the Giants?
He just signed with the Giants. He actually.
So he didn't play Super Bowl?
No. He's
Okay.
way younger than me. He's
Okay.
26 or 27.
Does he look up to you? Has he asked you any questions about your career? And
Yeah,
since
he asks questions, but he's a very strong man, very strong Christian, and.
Is he out there doing this?
No, he's not.
He's
that.
not. He's not that. Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone that far
No,
yet?
not yet.
Okay.
It may be close, but.
It's a little bit. She's like, it's
Yeah,
almost there.
It's almost there.
Out there on the field,
Yeah.
just giving church on Sunday. That's awesome.
Yeah, but he's a great guy.
Getting into
all
it.
my brothers are very great.
Okay, my family every Thanksgiving would get together and have a football game. All my cousins
Ours
and
would
uncles
probably
played
be a
football.
mess.
Yours would scare me. Like, I don't think it would be very fun. I think you guys would be...
Well, probably be fun for us, not for
but you guys would be just killing each other. Yeah, if anyone else tried to play,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure that wouldn't happen.
Well, that's funny because one of the first times I met them, we went to the beach on July 4th and played like beach football.
When you met your brothers
Yeah.
for the first time.
And they got it was like the second or third
Yeah.
time. The first time they came to California.
You're like, great to meet you. Let's go play football.
And it got a little out of
Yeah,
control.
it would. How did you find? I mean, tell me a little bit of how you got into it. So you played college football,
Yes.
and
Well, the process is you play college football, and then if the NFL teams think you're good enough, they will
they'll
draft
you. How
into
old were
the
you?
pros.
You were
20. I was 20.
And yeah, I mean, a football player is done what at?
I mean, I would say
What's the
anywhere
age?
from 30. Well, the average career is only 3 years, so.
Right. So when you said I'm, in my mid-30s or whatever, and I'm retired, and I'm going, oh my God, how is this possible? And then I'm talking to people, and they're like, well, you can't really play football after that, so there's nowhere.
It's
I was like,
definitely-
oh, so it's like modeling. Like you can't model after 10. Like you can't act after 10. Like
It's definitely a young man's game, so.
Yeah.
I think the oldest player ever, besides a kicker, is probably like 40, maybe.
and that's insane.
That's a long
That's
time.
like you're just
yeah.
hanging on, right? Like you can't let go of it.
Or
You're not
they
ready to just
have
retire
they may just have the right. I mean, a backup quarterback, I'll go
for.
sit there and hold a clipboard, but I don't want to go out there at 40 having some 21-year-old hit me.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, you did it the right way, though. You obviously have a wonderful life, and you're not in debt to anything, so you knew what to do with your money. I'm assuming you're gonna have a nice life.
Yeah,
Isn't
well-
it? Most people just take all that money and then they're done.
Well, that's a problem with a lot of
Like
guys.
football players are
A lot
known.
of guys spend all their money.
Yeah.
And God has blessed me with the
Brains.
brains and financial team to at least keep us afloat for a while.
Okay, so the next time you want to come in and buy the entire store, I can say no and try and help you out.
Yeah.
Okay, because you like to buy the entire store, and I'm like, he wants every color in the same style, and I'm like, okay, what does he do? And I'm like, oh, he's a football player. Okay,
Well,
but you're smart, and
It's
you've set
different.
yourself up for a good life.
If you're bigger, like when you get something you like that
Yeah.
fits you, you have to get all
Yeah.
of them because
That's how a lot of our clients that fall in love with things are. But I just was like, when I went and asked you, and then I was like, okay, well, do you have a lot of money then? And I'm like, but this isn't like an actor. This isn't. But football players are known for just spending.
yeah, no, I'm
All
not.
of it.
I'm not
No, you've
frivolous.
invested. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
like
good. So surfing,
surfing,
finding children homes,
sewing roots,
sewing
and Moods
roots,
of Norway.
and Moods of Norway.
Yeah,
And
that's
your
all I
wife,
do.
your wife is a trainer.
Yes.
And does she make you work out every day now that you're not playing football?
Heck no.
She just lets you go,
Yeah,
like just done.
I'm just as
She-
fat as I could be right now.
You're not working out every single day anymore. I mean, this was
Surfing
your
is my
life.
workout.
That's a
Well,
huge
and
workout.
that's the kind of thing that like, if you've been forced to work out so many times, it's
You don't
kinda
wanna do
like,
it.
No.
You just not.
But if you want to go and get in impeccable shape,
But you kind of
Sonia at Sonia Barton.
Please, what is it? Give it
At
again.
Sonia Barton.
And she, what's her way of
Boom,
training?
yeah.
Because she came in, his wife came in and also was like trying on clothes, and her body was pretty amazing.
Pretty nice.
It was pretty nice, and I was like, okay, I need to go work out. I should probably go for a run. Like, so I'm doing something wrong. And I told my husband, he's like, well, yeah, you should work out. And I was like, nah, I just can't. I can't do it. But it's inspiring to see somebody take such good care of themselves, and it's inspiring to see that you just don't care anymore. Right? It's like, right? But I mean, surfing, Sewing Roots. So what can everybody expect from Sewing Roots? Where are you going to be? Is there anywhere that they can come and meet with you guys again?
If you go on the website, all the information will be there.
Everything's there.
We're gonna try to throw a launch party down here at some point.
Okay.
In the Southern California area. We don't know where yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could do it in the studio, live.
We can do anything. You can always come on the show if you have anything going on and talk to us about it. We'd love to have you. And we
awesome.
Keep a family here, so we'll definitely put it out. Is there any, not this is such a Hollywood thing, but are you going to have any celebrities kind of endorse it? Are you going to try and get it public at all? Or are you just going to keep it
If
within?
there's any celebrities that want to come, yeah.
If you're listening and you would like to endorse Sewing Hello.
Hello, celebrities. SewingRoots.org. Come.
Well, Rose thinks she's a part of the Illuminati, so maybe we'll ask her, which she's not. That's why she's not at the show on time, because she's got no powers. But she'll talk to Jay-Z and Beyonce for you.
Anyone that can help
push it, promote it, tweet it, go on the site. And I'm sure there's a
and
lot
all
of
you
people.
celebrities that are adopting 50 babies.
There
come
you
on.
go. But
Come on.
they have the money. They don't need the help.
But they obviously have a love for adoption, and they could.
So would you
help
like
other
to get in
people.
with like Angelina and Brad?
Yeah, come on.
Would that be like a key?
Hey, Brad. Hey, Angelina. Come on. Let's get some other kids some babies. You can't hog them all.
I think you should go hang out at Gay Pride this weekend in Los Angeles, because I'm sure you get a lot of business there. You have a booth there.
That's true. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah.
I used to live in New York City, and the
It's
Gay
been all
Pride
month.
Parade
Yeah.
was the best
It's
time
a
of the whole
big-
year.
Everyone's out there. Everyone's celebrating. I know a lot of couples that are looking for families. And even my sister growing up, my family was lucky enough, but they artificially inseminated, but they wanted to start a family.
Yeah,
and
they
sometimes
should.
It's hard.
Hey,
Yeah.
gay, straight, blind,
Everything.
cripple, or crazy, it doesn't matter.
So when are you going to have your 10 children? Are you guys going to be like Brad and Angie?
No, we want two. Hopefully
that's it.
twins.
Are they going to play football?
Probably.
Are they going to be forced to play football?
No.
You're not going to put them in football and just see what happens?
No, if they ask me or us to do it, yeah, I'm not going to be like, you got to go do this.
What if you
That's
get
the
the
fastest-
laziest kids ever?
Then we just have the laziest kids.
Like your
ever.
wife is completely athletic. You're a football player. And what if your kids are just like, we love cheeseburgers. We want to play science, or we want to play with math and science, and we don't want to do anything.
Well, all of Sonia's clients that I know call her Sneaky Sonia.
Because
Because she will sneak a workout in somehow. So the fat lazy kid that wants a cheeseburger will probably have to run up the hill to get it.
there you go. So if your kids want a hamburger, you're going to just set it down the street.
Yeah. It's
And
like
make them work for
around
it.
the track.
No, that's what you got to do. Rose Garcia just got into the studio. I can see her now. We're going to bring her in here so she can say hi. But everybody, it's sewingroots.org.
Yes.
And Sewing Roots on Twitter, Sewing Roots on Facebook.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right?
At Sewing Roots on Twitter and just Sewing Roots on Facebook.
Okay, and everybody can watch your brother play football now.
For the New York Football Giants.
For the Giants. But
Yes.
we can't watch you anymore
No, I'm done.
because your career's done.
Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore.
Because you're like a model that's just done.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
A little bit. I could imagine. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, Miss Rose Garcia is in the studio. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Play with me like a child. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will. I know you will. I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful? I've seen the world lit it up as my stage now. Channeling angels in the new age now. I Play for me at your show. In all the ways I got to know your pretty face and electric soul. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will. I know you will. I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful? Dear Lord, when I get to heaven, please let me bring my man. When he comes, tell me that you'll let me. Father, tell me if you can. All that grace, all that body, all that face makes me wanna party. He's my sun, he makes me shine like diamonds. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will. I know you will. I know that you will.
I'm here.
Okay, mind you, I've never started the show without Rose Garcia, and I have this.
And I told you to go for it.
And she calls me and goes, you know what, Debbie? Just go for it.
Just do it.
I felt like I was having my Oprah one-on-one interview with
that's
a
how-
big football player.
That's how you start.
So
That's how
nervous.
you get your feet wet and you move forward.
I'm not used to not having like my.
No, I needed
My
you to
other
put it
half.
out there. I mean, I was going to be severely late because President Obama
The whole freeway's done.
shuts down the freeway and leaves me to
Does he
take
not-
a whole other route. Does he not know who I
Does
am?
he not know who you are?
I don't think Jay-Z got my
No.
text to send it to him on time.
I don't think he did.
So, but you did great.
Did I do okay?
I loved it. And we
I
have
tried.
to push Sowing Roots.
Sowing Roots.
So everyone, please support this organization. He's an awesome dude. He's amazing.
Yeah, doing really amazing things, him and his wife. It's awesome to have people like that.
And
on
they're
the show.
beautiful. They're a gorgeous
kidding
couple.
me?
Wow.
Yeah, they came in and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they belong on a magazine cover. They're gorgeous.
They're an incredible couple. They're a good couple, beautiful couple, and doing amazing
So
things.
speaking of good couples and beautiful
Give it to
couples,
me.
we need to speak about Amanda Bynes and Drake.
This couple is not going to make it. I think that they might have broken up.
I mean, she is, and I feel bad because now it's getting to a point where we're realizing that there is no question of her mental stability. She is mentally
She's mentally
unstable.
ill.
Now they're saying that she has another Twitter account.
She
and
created a new one,
no, under a different, like,
an alias.
a different alias,
Yeah.
a different name. It's
Yes.
called Barbie something, I don't know what.
Oh,
But
no.
that Twitter, she keeps retweeting things that Twitter account tweets. Everyone knows it's her.
That it's her retweet.
Yeah, but it's like I want to slice your throat, like crazy stuff.
Here's the thing: if you are on Twitter as much as her, and then you
And I am.
and you are, I know, and then you have the time though to create a second Twitter, maintain two Twitters, and then retweet each other. You need to get a job.
Yeah.
You need to get a hobby. Even if you
She
don't want to
needs
work,
something.
you need something because
Well,
2 Twitters is too much.
I think obviously the attention is what's driving her. Getting the attention. Everyone's all about it. But I mean, she's really every week we keep talking about this girl because
I wanted to
it's
not
like,
do it, but I mean
you can't help
you
it
can't
because
help
it keeps
no.
getting worse.
So remember everybody when she had that ridiculous tweet about Drake murdering her, or whatever.
Yeah.
Then
Murdering her vagina.
Yeah.
Let's keep it accurate.
Okay, and now she's saying, "You're ugly. I don't like you." Then
No,
deleting it.
I need you to repeat what she said exactly
wait,
because
where-
that's the part that kills me with this girl.
Where is it? Wait.
She literally
Wait.
said Drake's ugly smile and ugly uneven teeth and his ugly face. He's gay and ugly. I want a hot straight man. Now, do you not remember that you tweeted you wanted him to murder your vagina?
Okay, but then she deletes it.
Now I want to murder her vagina, not
Yeah.
in the good way.
Now she deletes it though, and then she goes, "I won't deny calling him ugly." So for clarification, you've deleted the tweet, but now you want to clarify that you do in fact believe
That he's
that
ugly.
he's ugly.
When, in fact, 2 months ago, your other personality
Was
wanted him
out.
to murder your vagina.
Has he at all tweeted her back?
No.
Does he care?
No.
Okay. Do we care?
No.
All right. Moving
I mean,
on.
it's just kind of like we said, it's like watching a train wreck that you just can't help watch. And every time you think it's not going to get worse, it happens to get worse.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, I honestly, all jokes aside,
Yeah.
I'm genuinely concerned about the girl. She
Yeah.
really does need someone to intervene.
But see, that's why
and get her some help.
Those celebrities that did know her and people were saying, oh, they're stepping up for attention. Okay, regardless, I think people that do know her more than you and I, more than people that know her on Twitter, actually are saying she needs help because they've been around her.
I mean, I've known people when she lived in LA
and they know she
that
needs help.
I know someone that specifically did her hair and told me that she was trashed.
If Amanda Bynes ever said
she was high, she was a mess, and they actually felt bad for her. But so, I mean, there are confirmed reports from sources that have said, you know, and this is a year and a half ago. She's been a mess for quite some time.
it's spiraling. It's getting bad.
And it seems to not be going
The only
away.
thing that's ugly right now is the mess that's happening in her life.
The only thing that's
The only
uglier
thing
than the
that's
mess
happening in
is
her
the
life.
wigs that she wears.
I was just going to say, if she ever said, oh, that's my hairdresser, and we know a lot of people that will claim hairdressers, I'd be like, nah.
No, but back then
No.
when she was getting her hair done, it
was on
wasn't.
point.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Okay.
that. It was on point.
Well, let's go into somebody that doesn't have such a mess of a life, but yet kind of
Okay.
does.
I need you to
know.
report what's going on so that I can comment on this one.
So here's my report, because you know we love to bring you breaking news. Nobody knows if Avril Lavigne was Avril Lavigne. She's still here.
I love her.
She's actually grown up to be a pretty beautiful girl.
She's pretty. She was married to the some 41 dude.
That didn't happen.
That didn't work.
I think she was like 20 when
Well,
she
they
married
were young,
him.
and they're
Yeah.
both rock stars, and
Yeah.
they're both Canadian.
Which she's by far more talented than him, and much more successful.
He's a pretty dope band. I like him. I did. I'm from the MTV era, and when they were like one of the bands that was on MTV before
Well,
it turned into.
Avril Lavigne, the gossip is she pregnant? And she's been wearing these oversized. She pretty much dresses like me.
Okay,
So
to me,
I wanna know she's
that's not even
pregnant.
the breaking news or what's most important.
Okay.
What's most important
Is
is
she's married?
you're creating a life into this world
That's gonna
that
be-
can possibly be Nickelback Part 2. She, for those of you that don't know who Avril Lavigne is having intercourse with,
Who she is going to marry.
and who she's going to marry, is the lead singer of Nickelback, Chad Kroeger.
When I heard this,
He looks like a caveman.
He is not an attractive man. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. This is not an
he
attractive
sings
man.
amazing. You know, you remind me all those cool
Go
songs.
ahead, go ahead.
You know, I like them. I listen to classic rock and rock every so often.
I love that she called Nickelback classic rock.
Well, whatever. But the dude is not the best looking guy.
No.
And he does look better now that he cut his hair.
It's still...
I mean, he still doesn't... He looks more Neanderthal, but he looks like it's the evolving
He's
part.
like Encino
He looks
Man.
like the middle part of the Neanderthal.
This child is we're going to just pray. We're going to pray that ends up getting Avril Lavigne's looks. I mean, the voice...
She's hot, though.
She's hot.
I like her.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about her is that, like, she's kind of a train wreck, but, like, not in a bad way.
No, I think
not like-
it's BS. I think it's part of her
Yeah.
trying to be like a cool
Like,
skater
cool.
chick image, and I want to be
My
like
hair's
pink,
pink,
and
yeah.
I'm cool and all that. So she tries to do all that, but come on, she blew her cover, and now she's marrying Nickelback.
Yeah, well, she's still...
He doesn't even have a name; it's just Nickelback.
I don't know what his name is. He's Nickelback
Chad
to me.
Kroeger.
Yeah, that's his name?
Yes.
That's just
It even
research.
sounds
That's
Neanderthalish.
Kruger.
Neanderthalish.
No.
But when you look at this dude, I don't know.
I mean, it's brought her back into the press a little bit, so you got to give her that. I think the shock
But she always
value of
comes
it-
out with really good songs. She doesn't need
does.
anything.
She doesn't.
I mean, she has great music. She's been around for a while.
Listen, I give them
but-
a few years. I really don't see this being her. This isn't her final.
This isn't her boo?
This isn't her boo.
This isn't her boo
This
thing?
is not her boo thing.
All right.
This isn't permanent.
I think she's a lesbian.
I pray.
When she started wearing those ties, I was like all for it. I was like, yes, come out one day soon. And it didn't happen.
No.
And then she married the 41 guy. And then I really thought she was lesbian because he kind of looked like a lesbian himself.
Yeah.
So then I thought that was
Yeah.
the thing. And then she totally threw a
Sometimes-
curve with this
Sometimes
Neanderthalish
it
guy.
takes a few relationships till you become honest with yourself. Like, I'm still waiting
Oh,
for
really?
Kanye West to be honest with himself.
Like me.
Yeah, well, you knew when you were born. Not everyone's as blessed as you are, Rose, to come out knowing their path, their
Well,
destiny. Some of us go through journeys and mountains, and then we find ourselves.
No, I know what's up
All right.
from every single moment, every single
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
I know what's going to happen 10 years from now.
Oh, my
So
God.
that's part of being in the Illuminati.
Okay.
But speaking of Illuminati,
Speaking of Illuminati, speaking of people that are gay, Kanye's wife.
he is not gay.
Kanye's wife.
Kanye is not gay.
Kanye's gay.
He may like to slap it a little bit, but he's not gay.
Kanye's gay.
He's all man.
That'll be next week's breaking news.
No.
But his wife, Kim K,
Yes.
she's in the news.
Again. Please tell me why. Please tell me why now.
Okay, Kim K is now, which thank God, because Kanye's given her a little bit of insight, about keeping her life a little private.
And how to handle things.
How to handle things. Don't give it all to the press. Don't don't
You
reveal
need to
your
keep a
whole
little bit of
life.
mystery, even though you have a reality show and you have what you have.
Be the celebrity that you
Right.
are, but also have a personal life. And especially having a family
And to be honest,
This
Kanye's
is-
done a really good job because he
I
is a superstar of keeping his stuff kind of separate.
And we don't know everything about him.
No.
Like who his boyfriend is.
He is not gay.
Anyways, she's in the press because apparently she's been telling the paparazzi, she said, I wouldn't let the Paps take a picture of me today. And they threatened my life because they're used to her.
Yeah. They're
getting
used to her
into
being
it.
out there, but now that she's far along in her pregnancy, she's getting a little worried because she was getting death threats and craziness, that all
And
kinds
she
of
probably
stuff.
doesn't want those feet being shot anymore. But pretty much she said, if I continue to block shots, will they make my world hell? And they told her something about, she said, I get to live a public life. I live my life on a reality show for the world to see. I love my life, but when the cameras stop, that doesn't mean I want to break too. I'm 32 years old. I'm going to be a mom. I'm not clubbing, which is true.
Which is true. I mean, give the girl credit. Her and her sisters have really opened their lives to put it out there for their fans and for their public that have been, watching their show from the beginning. When the cameras do stop, they still put themselves out there.
Yeah.
They're consistently doing that.
You
I
have
think
to
the
say-
fact that she's the biggest of the three
literally,
girls,
yeah.
in more ways than one.
Yeah.
I think that being with another big star,
Mm-hmm.
the level of press that they're getting now is just like obsessive. Like they're getting like followed. People are hiding in their bushes. Like people are like, and I think the bigger she gets, the more she's feeling her baby inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting that natural maternal protective instinct. So it's good to know she's human.
And it's good to know she actually makes a good point. She isn't at the clubs.
No.
She's not at none of those.
She
sisters,
never really-
None of those girls, for as big as they've
They
gotten.
get Rob Kardashian and they
Yeah.
get Scott Disick.
But those girls, you never see them out
No.
using that like bottle service, like grimy.
Pisses me off, but yeah, they don't.
No, I respect them. I mean, the most you see them is, hey, we're going shopping for the day.
Right. I mean, I think
they've kept it as grounded as they
I think
can.
what's crazy now is in breaking news, they're having a girl.
Oh,
They're having a girl. So
What
I
did
think,
I tell you? Breaking news.
So I think what's going on with them is
Good
that
Lord, Kanye's got
now
his hands full.
I think Kanye like put a smackdown on
was
it,
like-
and it's a different thing
Yeah.
that he's having a daughter, and he's like, you know what, this needs to start
Stop.
tapering down now
Yeah.
before our baby's born, and it's gonna be another Kardashian girl now mixed with a little Kanye West in there.
Oh, no.
I mean, that baby's gonna be, the next Ivy Blue, and they're probably trying to take that whole
Yeah.
route that Jay-Z and Beyonce did, which
That
are the biggest
baby-
stars, in our country right now.
Yeah, those kids, I mean, Blue Ivy and their child, I mean, that's when you really have to start thinking about protection. And not on a serious
leading
level,
into
like-
our next story,
Yeah.
one of the kids that was protected the most,
Yep.
and people gave him the biggest flack over it. But when Michael Jackson had his kids, and I'm sure Kanye and Kim are going to protect their child as Blue Ivy's protected
100%, yeah.
by Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I mean, he was putting masks on his kids because he's so paranoid
He didn't
that
want people
someone
to know who they were.
and to get
Yeah,
kidnapped.
yeah.
And people thought it was weird and he was being eccentric and strange. And at the end of the day, he was the biggest star in the world, not even just
No,
America.
no, the world.
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah.
at the time was the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
Up until the day he passed away, he was the biggest star in the world, no matter how relevant his music was or not. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And
No,
he was
you're
worried
right,
about
though.
his kids' safety.
People really did make this huge thing about he's a freak, he's doing this. And when you think about it, he knows what we don't know, what can happen to his children.
Right.
He knows when they walk out what's going to happen, which none of us judging him could even relate to.
No, and then
Because our kids aren't on that level.
And then speaking of growing up being under the spotlight, like these kids are, these star kids, mega star kids. They're not even just
This
star-
isn't
I mean,
this is huge.
You know, Paris Jackson was in
Yeah.
the news this week,
It's
which
so
is really sad because I follow her on Twitter. Don't ask me why, but I do.
I haven't followed her, but
No,
I did hear
I've
about this.
I've been following her and for honestly probably like around a year, and she tweets kind of funny stuff.
Yeah.
She tweets cool stuff, whatever. And I followed her, and it's really weird because you would never think this kid, who hasn't really been in the press, the Jackson family has done an amazing job of keeping these kids
normal
and
grounded
as
with everything.
considering what they've gone through
Yeah.
and who their family is and where they come from.
Right.
And I mean, she's a gorgeous little girl. I mean, she's beautiful.
It was really heartbreaking to hear this story this week. I mean,
But you know what I think a lot of it has to do with? I read in Us Magazine, not that it's, obviously the source of
Yeah.
end all be all, but
Yeah.
they had pictures of her reuniting with her mother. Debbie Rowe.
Debbie Rowe.
And
Mhm.
her and Debbie Rowe were reunited, and I read the story, and the other brother, the older
Mm-hmm.
brother, because they're saying that her and Prince are from one mother,
other's from
and the other
another.
one's from another.
Yeah.
But he refused to partake in it.
Yeah.
And her and her brother are really close.
Yeah.
So who knows the level of depression that she's experiencing?
Who knows the level of anything? First of all, when your father's Michael Jackson, the amount of issues that are going on that nobody can understand or relate to, and then he passed away,
Right.
and then knowing who your mother is. I mean, this girl, and she's at that age.
She's a teenager.
She's a teenager.
She's like rebelling. And to be
everything
honest, the kid has over 1 million followers. It's like she's a celebrity in
But
her
just
own right.
for everybody who does not know what happened with her this week, I mean, she did go into the hospital, and I guess her parents, they were saying, we're not letting her go to a Marilyn Manson concert.
Yeah, her
And she was
guardians
going-
weren't letting her go to a Marilyn Manson concert.
And she ended up she wrote a suicide letter. She actually wrote a suicide letter, and she tried to overdose on like an Advil or something.
And they said she sliced her wrist.
She sliced her wrist. It was literally an attempt. This was
Yeah,
a suicide attempt.
it was a real attempt.
Which is just anybody who wants to take their life. When you've gotten to that point, I mean, I get chills talking about it. But
the media's making it seem like it's about the Marilyn Manson concert.
It's
when
not.
It's about, obviously, she reunited with her
Yeah.
mom. She probably misses her father like crazy.
Oh.
She's going through so much. There's always a guardianship sort of change because her grandmother's older and she has her cousin or uncle, whoever is taking care of them. I mean, there's just a lot going on with this family.
Well, I think that Marilyn Manson, though, I have to say this.
He stepped up, dude.
No, he stepped it up, but he said, I have this song for her during the concert. He dedicated a song to her. He tweeted out to her, sending love, sending
And it was called
family.
Disposable Teens, which
Yeah,
was about,
which
you
is
know.
about that. But I think that people don't realize with Marilyn Manson, as much as you might think that he's just crazy and he's the devil or whatever, he has an audience that can relate to going through the kind of turmoil.
To going through that teen angst because he went through that and he
people
knows how to
relate
put
to
it through his music. But I mean, for him to even acknowledge this and to say like, hey kid, you can come to any of my concerts. I'm here. I have your back. I mean, that probably meant more to her in that I'm lonely
connected.
stage
Yeah, she feels
than
connected.
anything. But we hope she gets well.
We
All
send our
jokes
love,
aside,
yeah.
we joke a lot about stuff, but
this
isn't something to joke
no.
about. It's never anything that's serious for you to feel on that level of depression to want to hurt yourself.
And speaking of Amanda Bynes, as much as we do joke about it, it's like that is where people can get to. And when it does get anything that serious, and God, she's not. When things get crazy in your life, like you don't have to go there. And I hope and pray that it doesn't go there for any other celebrities that have a ton of stuff going on in their life.
Yeah,
right
hopefully
now.
they can step out of it and look at the positive things in your life. Like check your bank account and be happy about that.
And be okay.
And be
Realize
happy about
how
that.
blessed you are.
Stop tripping.
Yeah. No. Well.
All right. So before we get into this is my favorite
Okay.
news right now.
Okay.
Because I was in love with this girl, like beyond words. Biggest crush in the world.
Give it to
And
me.
I know it's really weird because I'm like a lot older than her.
Okay.
But I don't care.
Okay.
But Kristen Cavallari from Laguna Beach, The Hills.
I can't.
She's beautiful. Are you crazy?
I can't.
She's gorgeous.
No, Dusty's in love with her too.
I think she's so hot.
Yeah.
I mean, she's super hot.
She did a good job really transforming after her show
She was
too.
she was a mess.
A mess. Now she's got
on
a
Laguna
line,
Beach.
She's got clothing line.
She was a big Deb. She was
yeah.
Her and Elsie. I mean, I was really into the show.
Deb.
I loved it. And they were kids and I wasn't, but
That's
I was
weird. That's creepy.
I loved I know it's creepy.
It's creepy. But
I know, but when she got to the Hills it was totally acceptable.
Totally okay.
All right?
All right.
But I would see her out when I'd be in Hollywood and I'd be like, "Oh my god, she's so beautiful." I saw her at Ketchup one time.
And
I was eating dinner and she was across the way.
This is the most Hollywood story I've ever heard.
She was so
Gorgeous.
hot. I mean, she walked
Yeah.
and I heard music and she was glowing.
It just came out of the sky for you, didn't
Like
it?
a little angel. She's so beautiful.
So she's getting married.
So she already married Jay Cutler. They've been engaged.
They went and snuck it off, right?
Here's the thing. They were engaged.
Mhm.
And he's a star quarterback of the Chicago Bears.
Mhm.
Not too cute. He's not the best looking kind of dude.
That's the way to go, though.
Not the best looking kind of dude. But he still is a very popular quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a franchise player. Very, very famous.
Football players are
And
the way to go.
they're the way to
Trust me,
go.
she's gonna be fine.
So basically, I mean, she up and left. Well, they got together. They were
Right.
set up on a blind date because I saw the Eat Truly Hollywood story
Of course
because I'm
you
a
did.
big fan.
Of course you did.
I love her.
You were crying during the Kristen Cavallari.
I was like, oh my god. So Kristen, was set up on a blind date, liked him, whatever, they were dating, but she was in LA, he was in Chicago, it just didn't work, and they broke up. And she, he was devastated and whatever. So she did the big girl move, accepted the engagement ring, moved to Chicago with him.
Nice.
And she does her career and goes
Yeah.
back and forth and does what she needs to do. And they surprisingly, after having a baby last year, they got married. So I'm very upset.
So they had the baby first.
Yes.
Then they got married.
Yes.
And now she has a baby and is married to this.
And now I'm upset.
You're pissed.
I'm pissed. No, I'm kidding.
Debbie,
Congratulations,
you need to be
Kristen.
Happy. Congratulations.
And she still talks like she did in Laguna. So I don't know how she's gonna be an actress because she's like, oh yeah.
She's
oh my
done
God,
a few
oh my God.
movies.
I know.
Wait, wasn't she in House Bunny?
No.
Which
She was in one of those Debbie
House
movies,
Bunny.
but it wasn't House Bunny. That's
It
one of
was-
my favorite movies.
That's one of my favorite
That's
movies.
when she goes, Romi.
Yeah.
No. No. So I know that movie. I know that movie.
I want her. Who's the star of that movie?
Anna Faris.
Can we have Anna Faris on, please?
Anna Faris is a goddess.
The funniest, and her
And
face is
her
so
husband.
blown up. Who's her husband?
Chris Pratt. How do you
Oh my
not know
God.
this?
I'm not as in with all of it as you
Okay,
are.
I'm sorry, but Chris Pratt is a comedic genius.
Well, she's
her
a comedic
husband
genius, yeah.
is the bomb.
Yeah.
He's on Parks and
Yeah.
Recreation, and he also did. Have you seen 5 Year Engagement?
No.
Okay, one of the best movies
Funny.
ever. Go see
Okay.
it. He has a pivotal scene in that movie that I YouTube and I watch all the time because I love it so much.
All right, everybody. She's
And
the queen of movies. Everyone has to
People
see that
don't realize that
5-year
this dude has a
engagement.
voice of an angel, and
my
he
God, I
sings, and I just love it.
I can't. I'm gonna go rent it because I haven't
you
seen
need
it.
to rent
and I know
it.
it's on, but she's
And-
hysterical.
well, we're
She's
gonna-
like Rainn Wilson.
No, she's
She's
on that
Rebel
level,
Wilson.
on that Rebel Rainn Wilson level. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we have some more pop culture for you guys, and we're gonna chat about LA Pride and all kinds of
Yes.
other things that are going on this weekend.
Yes.
So we'll be back in a few minutes, everybody.
When I think of you, I think of your skin, golden brown from the sun. Your arms outstretched, your hair cut shorter than it been, but still blowing in the wind. When I picture you, I think of your smile, and it drives me wild. Your life escaping me, I head thrown to the side, and it drives me wild. You carried romance in the palm of your hand. You called the place for us. You clung to self-restraint, you followed the plan. You put the brakes on this, and it drove me, and it drove me, and it drove me wild. When I envision you, I think of your sheets, tangled up beneath me. Your body inching closer to the edge. I got a hold of you then. When I imagine you, I think of that room, and it drives me wild. Your face relaxed, your voice a whisper in my ear, and it drives me wild. You carried romance in the palm of your hand. You called the place for us. You clung to self-restraint, you followed the plan. You put the brakes on this, and it drove me, and it drove me, and it drove me wild. And it drove me, and it drove me, and it drove me wild.
Hi, this is Romy Klinger,
This is Rose Garcia.
and we are inviting you to join us for the Romy and Rose Show every Friday at 4 p.m. Tune in for the Romy and Rose Show. We're going to be talking about pop culture, dating, business 101, what's ratchet, what's not ratchet, and music and so much more. So don't forget, tune in to the Romy and Rose Show. About to get real.
Exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio, R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv. Reality show handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
For real talk.
Yeah, she got that good. She Michael Jackson bad.
Welcome back.
We are back. That song puts me in the mood.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
You got a big weekend ahead of you.
I've had a big
You've had
week.
a big month.
I was in where was I at?
Orlando.
Florida.
Okay.
Orlando, Florida. I can't even remember. The reason why I'm wearing long sleeves.
Tell me about
Because
it.
my arms are so bruised.
From doing what?
I have no idea.
For everyone who doesn't know, it's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
Okay.
So
well-
all over the country, there's prides everywhere.
This month will put you on your butt.
Yes,
You're done.
I'm done.
When the month is over,
I'm gonna be
you need to go to
AA or something.
Yeah, you need to like.
So
take a minute
basically,
off.
I was in Orlando because
Yep.
it was gay days. Big event.
Everyone was out
the
there.
whole thing.
Yeah, it was Pride.
And then I come back into town this week, and it's
Right.
Los Angeles Pride this weekend. So there's events happening all
Which
weekend.
I work in the heart of it. I'm going to try my best to sneak in, sneak out. If you see me and want to throw tomatoes at me, I just got the car washed.
Everyone loves you. They'll
So
say hi.
I'm like,
So, I mean, basically, it's that weekend. And then, I do at the end of the month, Eden in the Bay, which is San Francisco Pride. And then simultaneously, New York is going to have their Pride the same weekend.
Don't they normally?
Yeah. No, they just started that. It's like Pride Month.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's Prides all over the country.
I've done 1,000 Prides as well as you for the last years. I've been everywhere for Pride. I have to say this, San Francisco Pride to me
is the best. Anybody that wants to go, go on EdenInTheBay.com, get your tickets. It's amazing. The whole city shuts down.
Oh.
Chef K is going to be with me.
Yep.
Ace Marie's going to be there. And most importantly, Eve is performing.
I saw that Eve is performing.
Yeah, so I get to introduce her.
Is she out?
No, she's married. She's like practically married to some dude. But I get to actually be on stage and introduce her.
That's amazing.
So I hope she gets to let me be the Rose hologram and rap.
Last Pride in San Francisco, I literally had to sit aside, watch my friend, because I think it was right after Coachella happened.
It was.
Tupac hologram came out, and she wasn't even there. She just heard about it.
I just heard about it.
So in her state of mind, which was a few bottles in, I watched her get on stage.
I was on it.
Okay, everybody, mind you, everyone's dancing, club's going.
But they encourage me.
This is Rose.
But they encourage. This is what you
All
don't
my
understand.
people out there turns into shot caller
and the
hologram.
girls, and what do the girls do? They love
start
it.
Screaming.
They love it like if I'm some sort of rap star.
It was like you went into concert, holding the mic, going crazy. When they were like, guys, you're done. You can go back to your hotel room. I had to sit there and be like, well, my friend is in the middle of the show. She's having a concert right now.
I'm doing it. And then you know what they did? Christine, who's the owner of the event, who puts it all together, hit me up and said, you did such a great job last year. I want you back. I was like, thank you. I'm back.
Everybody,
I will be back.
Back by popular demand, Rose Garcia for San Francisco Pride.
I'm back. And then I'm doing Catwalk tonight.
Oh, you're going out there?
I'm doing Catwalk tonight in Diamond Bar.
Diamond Bar.
Yeah, so I have a driver.
Going deep.
If you guys need a ride, go on Uber.com.
Uber, nobody drink and drive, especially this weekend. I mean,
everyone, please. There's all kinds, all over the country. There's checkpoints. You need to be safe. But you know what I love about Prides and Pride Month? There's a lot of non-gay headliners. Like Sierra is headlining, LA Pride. Yeah. And we have Eve, doing Eden in the Bay. And there's so many big people.
There's so many celebrities that support it, as well as like the Osbournes.
Yes.
And Kelly, and they're always there. Drew Barrymore. You see all the celebrities out. And it's amazing to see them just be in the streets with everybody, having Pride, celebrating.
I love it.
It's not about if you're gay, you're not gay. It's about saying, it's about love. It's just about pride.
And I've seen LA evolve to be a big pride because the biggest pride to me, I mean, obviously is San Francisco, the whole city. City Hall shuts down, the streets shut down. I mean, it's just amazing what San Francisco's pride is all about. But LA's come a long way, and I'm really excited for this weekend.
So you're in Diamond Bar tonight at
Yep,
Catwalk.
I'm in Diamond Bar tonight.
Right.
And then I'm going to be all over West Hollywood running around like a mad woman. Yes.
Okay.
So if you see me, please feel free to just give me more bruises.
Her Twitter is going to be off the hook. So if you are at home and scared to go out, if you want to feel like you're living at Pride, just
follow me on Twitter
at ShotCaller.
My Instagram, I've tried to keep it a little PC.
You and your friends are losing your Instagrams.
I'm keeping it PC a little bit. And when I was in Orlando,
Leah,
this is what was really important. Yeah, my friend Leah lost her Instagram. What was really important when I was in Orlando, I tried to keep everything very discreet. So I didn't tweet or Instagram as much because you know what I've realized with our public?
Yeah.
I need to create a little bit of mystery about myself again.
So maybe Kanye's influenced you as well.
I think he has.
And he's like, you know what, ladies, you're so big, you're so large and in charge. I need you to just create
see
that wall.
See, for me,
you,
I put so much out there, and I had to bring it down a few notches, so no one even knows what happened in Orlando. So not even me,
because I normally get the Deb, this is what happened. So I gave her the normal morning tweet or text, and I go, what happened? She goes, things are changing. I'm going to be a little more discreet.
I woke up. And I felt all this pain all over me, and I'm
I bet you did.
What happened?
I bet you did.
And then a couple of days, my arms, it looks like I was in a car accident. So I had a great weekend.
If you survive this weekend, there's an angel on your shoulder. I just wanted to know that.
Hopefully there'll be one in my bed.
We had an amazing guest on the show, though, Shane Bitney.
Yes, I love Shane.
Working on the Bridegroom film.
Yes.
Which is finally coming together. It's going out. Everybody remembers him. He talked about his story.
Shane's amazing. You guys can go on YouTube and find out what he's all about. Shane Bitney.
Yeah, his film is actually done, and it's going to be at Outfest. So you can
I'm
get
proud
online.
of the guy. I'm
super
proud of him.
I think it's going to be July 11th. It's going to be an 80-minute film. It's called Bridegroom.
Wait, July 17th, right?
That's when this month on the 17th.
Oh, June 17th, you can order tickets, and it's going to be July 11th at Outfest.
And you're going to be at Outfest.
I'm going to be attending Outfest as a guest. And just for everyone out there that doesn't know, Outfest is an amazing movie event where they kind of put movies, gay-related movies, or by gay or lesbian filmmakers. It just supports the community.
Yeah.
But there are all kinds of filmmakers there. All kinds of stars. It's a big event in LA, and it's at the Screen Directors Guild on Sunset. So if anybody wants to go there, Google Outfest, get some tickets, support all these amazing films.
Yeah.
A lot of them do end up making it into major, motion picture release. So it's a good way to sneak preview and support these people.
And you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
So if you don't want to see a film and you just want to spy on her,
check me out.
just
I need a date.
It's going to be
I need a date for the movies.
You're going to find somebody this weekend. But it's fun. It's a big month.
I don't know. I'm like really committed to being single.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're on it.
I'm on it.
After Pride?
No, I had an epiphany a couple of weeks ago. And then when I went to Gay Days in Orlando, that's when I just decided to embrace it. To embrace the inner George Clooney.
This fool still thinks she's George Clooney.
I am.
It's
you
gonna
know
just
what?
keep on happening.
I am.
You are.
And then
I'll accept it.
And then I started doing something different. You haven't seen, but I started parting my hair in the middle.
I can't that she just brought that up to me like things are changing in her life.
They are.
Rose Garcia has kept the same dating schedule, the same behavior for over the
I'm
last
taking girls to different restaurants.
27,000 years.
And I'm taking girls to different restaurants.
And now for the first time, you're parting your hair down the middle.
Yes.
Your bohemian side is coming out.
Yes.
I'm gonna kill you.
I need my friend Jackie who does hair.
Yes.
To kind of like help me sometimes because I don't know how to do my own hair.
Right.
And so when I get it done, then the guy did it and he did it in the middle and I was like, he's like, oh my God, it looks so different.
Thanks for putting a hat on today.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thanks for letting everybody
The part's still here though.
Well, when you take your girl on a date this week, because I know you're going to be completely hungover from the weekend, are you going to go see any of the new movies coming out?
I want to go see Superman. And the reason why is because Superman does it well, but I do it better.
You do it better than Superman.
Yep, I even tweeted that the other day.
This is going to be the history of Superman, though. You realize that. And it's the same person who did
But this is where I'm
The Dark
confused.
Knight.
Okay, I'm really confused because I'm excited to see the movie and I've
But you
seen the
didn't
previews.
like the last Batman.
I love the last Batman. I just don't like the way he talks. He talks like Anna Faris. I'm gonna kill you. I don't understand. I'm gonna kill. Yeah,
Rose.
But what's the
Rose,
whole premise of this Superman? Like
It's the backstory. It's where he's got two parents. Which first of all, Kevin Costner is going to be his dad, and then Russell.
So it's
Crowe
how he became Superman.
Superman. It's the backstory.
Okay, because now he's already Superman.
No.
He's already there. It's
Remember
about what created him.
Remember with Batman how they had to go back finally?
Yes.
That new guy came in and really did the story of where Batman came
They're
from.
gonna start this all over again.
Completely.
So because
with the same director.
I like that.
This is gonna be
now this Superman. He's an unknown dude.
Unknown.
But he's super hot.
I heard
he's
even
gorgeous.
in person they were saying that he's like even more.
I mean, he is beautiful.
Yeah.
And he looks to me like the comic book hero
of Superman.
Of what we wanted Superman to be.
Can we just talk about that Kevin Costner's back?
Nah.
No. I mean, a kid in my work, I go, oh, Kevin Costner's
That's
going to
too
be his
OB.
dad. And he goes, who's Kevin Costner?
That's
I go,
too.
God, I'm old.
You want me to tell you what that is? That's
Why?
too OB for me. You know what
Too
OB is?
OB? What?
Old balls.
I can't.
I can't with
Kevin
the OB.
Costner is going to be forever a handsome, wonderful gentleman. He was Robin
He's
Hood.
OB. No.
OB. Stop.
Sorry.
Stop.
Not even I'm that OB.
Well, you're excited to see this. You're going to give us a movie review?
I'm excited to see Superman. I'm definitely going to go see it. But
What about
what?
The Intern?
I am excited
Vince Vaughn,
to see The
Owen
Intern.
Wilson.
But here's the problem that I have. Vince Vaughn gets on my damn nerves.
He's the same character.
He
in
plays
every
the
movie.
same shit
But
every
it's the
movie.
best character.
But he's funny.
But it's like
He plays the big dorky oaf, the best friend. Duh. This is who I am.
Same jokes, but old school. I mean, like Swingers, May,
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers, Four Christmases.
And Owen Wilson plays the
Couples
straight
Retreat.
man. He plays like the guy.
Always.
I'm getting him
Like
out of trouble now.
Always.
You know, which is.
You can take their characters and pretty much keep making movies of them doing anything.
And they'll make $100 million
That's it.
every time.
We crash weddings. Where they
But I
intern.
love the premise
We're
of them
trash
googling.
collectors. We're
I
anything.
love the premise of them interning at Google, and like they're just being mischievous. Owen Wilson and
That's it.
and Rainn Wilson.
It's good if Rainn Wilson's not in the movie. You know that.
Is he?
I don't know. Damn.
Maybe they're related.
I think this movie's gonna be hysterical.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very excited for
but
Superman.
I'm
and
more excited for Superman than I am for The Intern.
Yeah, that's because you, underneath all of you, think that you are Superman.
I think I am.
Okay.
I have a big L on my chest.
Yeah.
Lesbian man.
Lesbian and Superman, they are very different.
No, they're not.
They're very different.
I leap tall buildings with a single bound.
No.
I can fly, make women fly.
I can't.
There's a lot that I can do.
I'm going to end this show and tell everybody that it is Pride Weekend. If you see Superman
Pride Weekend.
flying through the buildings of West Hollywood.
Take off your panties and throw them at me.
Take them off.
That's
and
what you
she'll
need to
come
do.
up and rescue you.
And I'll rescue you. Superman, be rescuing hoes.
You're not. So we're gonna get a movie review next
You will.
Friday.
And you'll get a better version of me that's not been on party mode for a week.
You're a little exhausted.
I'm going to go to Palm Springs on Monday and take a little 1 or 2 day vacation.
Isn't that where old people retire?
Yes.
Don't you think maybe you should look for a home?
No.
Okay.
That's where I'll find a wife. I'm gonna take a little ditty with me and go out there and hang out for a couple days. And
All right,
rest.
Debbie.
And I'll come back Monday fresh.
And you'll be perfect.
Ready.
Ready to go.
Ready to rock and roll.
We're going to find out what Amanda Bynes thinks of this weekend because I'm sure she'll be...
She might be the one I'm taking.
She might be at Pride.
She might be the one I'm taking.
I know she's going to get herself into some trouble.
We'll see. Everyone, thank you for joining every
Happy
week. We
Friday.
appreciate it.
Everyone check out sewingroots.org. Eric Barton was here today. Amazing organization.
Outfest, please
Outfest.
support Shane. We love you guys. Keep tuning in. Next week we have an amazing show. We're going to rock your socks, so we'll see you next week.
Happy Friday.
Happy Pride.
Is getting enough.